It's me, Barb. How y'all doing? Hope you're doing all right. It's Crumbl Day. It's Monday. I can trust that day. Every other day doesn't have Crumbl. Well, it always has Crumbl Cookies except for Sundays. Look at that lineup, you all. I'm going to tell you really quick what they are. We got 4 and no new ones this week. Last week and the week before, we had 2 new ones each week, but this one, no new ones, but they're new to me, I think, and my poor brain doesn't remember anyway, but we're going to go ahead and do this, okay? So this is the Carmel Apple, you all. Ooh! This is the Aggie Blue Mint. They're calling Aggie Blue Mint. They're calling it, there you go, a sweater week, so I guess they're kind of thinking cold and fall, I guess. Okay, and then this one, ooh, look at that one, you all. Ooh, that one's the pumpkin roll. And the next one is, come on, baby, bring me the light. There you go. The original featuring Peanut Butter M&Ms Candies. Now, some of you, come here. There you go. Some of you had that for a mystery cookie. You know, I was just thinking the other day, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, there was a mystery week cookies, and I totally forgot. I think I went out of town. I'm not sure, but I thought, Barbara... Hey, listen, that's the package you get with me right now. I mean, you know, when I don't get sleep, and I hadn't had sleep for like 3 days, I was getting like 5 hours. Now, I used to be able to live on 5 hours, but now, I do not live on 5 hours. And so when I don't, I get kind of absent-minded. Anyway, I hope you're all doing good. Let's start with the cookies, and so many things I want to share with you, so many things this week. Well, let me just start with this. I want to do a shout-out right away to Southern Snack. He is a YouTuber that reviews Crumbl too, and all sorts of things. But he reached out to me, and he's the first person, well, Maine Tubers, I think she's called. She's a sweetie pie. She's a young gal. She reviews, and she does a great job. But Southern Snack reached out to me and just let me know that Crumbl had mentioned them. They had some corporate Crumbl party, and he was invited, and they said that they liked what I was doing. So that's nice. And I'm sure I wasn't invited because I don't have a lot of followers. But hey, you all, if you watch me, follow me because it doesn't cost you anything. It's free, and it sure does help me because I don't get paid for this business. I'm just doing it because it's fun. And plus, I eat a lot of cookies, which I need to watch. But anyway, so let's get started. Let's get started. But that was really nice of him, and I asked him some questions, and he replied right away. What a nice guy, I tell you. You never know who you're going to meet with this YouTubing thing. Oh, and then when I was in Crumbl this morning, I'm going to tell you that after we do at least one. So what should we start with? You know what? I think we're going to start with the pumpkin roll, okay? The pumpkin roll. The pumpkin roll. Get this fall started. What is it? October? I don't know what the date is. 3rd? Yeah, it's October 3rd. Look at this, you all. Ooh, is that a pretty cookie? A pumpkin cookie with a blend, a pumpkin cookie with a perfect blend of autumn spices topped with a swirl of smooth vanilla cream cheese frosting. Ooh, now, I don't know how we can go wrong with this, but we don't know till we try, right? Okay, let's take a bite, right? Where do I begin with my little Crumbl cookie? Maybe right here. Take a bite, right? You all, let me show you the inside. It's very light and fluffy, more like a bread, like a pumpkin bread. And it just can take a bite without the icing. Light, fluffy. You taste that pumpkin. I could have a little more pumpkin taste in it because I love me some pumpkin. But look at in the center there. Look at that. Ooh, in the center there. What is that supposed to be? I think they say autumn spices, but it looks like a little brown sugar or something. I don't want to cut this in half, but I'm going to because I want to get to that center because that looks like some yummy delicious. Ooh, babies. I love fall. You know, fall I love. I love spring too. But I have thought about it, and I think October is my favorite season. I mean, month of the year, because I love the fall and the Christmas of the new air, freshness, and the leaves, all different colors. It's really pretty here. Well, the leaves just started changing. Now, some years, past couple of years, they didn't change till November. Okay, now I'm going to take another bite. I'm going to get a piece of this. That icing is nice. They swirl it big so you don't get as much, and you can spread it if you want. It's very nice. It's almost like you're getting a pumpkin cake. It almost reminds me of a carrot cake. A friend left me a slice of cake, two of my friends, at my door the other day because they had missed my birthday. Well, they didn't miss my birthday, but they wanted to give me something special for my birthday in August, which was really sweet. It's nice to get those surprises in your life. And they had a carrot cake, and it almost tastes a little carroty, but I know it's pumpkin. It's very nice, you all. Oh, I can taste the spices. The aftertaste, you can really taste the spices. What would I give it? Well, it's definitely 2 thumbs up. That's a nice way to start the day, isn't it? And 8.5 might be a 9. It could be a 10. Let me take one more bite. I'm terrible. That's delightful. I think it's a 9. Let's give it a 9. That's fine. 1 to 10. 1 is, you're going to get sick. You don't want to see it again. 10 is wonderful. You tell all your friends you want to come back and get some. You can't stop thinking about it. I really like that. I'm not a big, thick icing person, believe it or not, but I like it. Fun, 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 fun. What do I have written on here? I wrote something on here because I didn't want to forget. Oh, you all. So this morning, I pull up to Crumbl. They're not open yet. And I'm sitting there. I'm getting ready to leave the door. And this crow, one crow, flies from this tree really close by, straight toward my window, almost looks at me and goes back up there. And I thought, that's got to mean something. Do you all ever do that when you see something unusual? Like, oh, there's got to be a meaning to this. I tell you, when I look over there or whatever, it's like a truck or something coming by. But so I looked it up and stuff, and it talked about change and self-reliance and big changes in your future and stuff. Well, I'm getting mixed up because I've been seeing these great blue herons, which has always been a symbol for Penny and I, my partner of 28 years. Well, 29 now. We're getting to, I mean, this will be the 29th year. But anyway, and it's always been really significant for both of us. But this time, Daisy and I were in the backyard, or our little tiny side yard. It's like a postage stamp. And I made a little path. I think you've seen it in one of my vlogs. Like, I think the last one from yesterday. I'm sorry, you all. I know I shouldn't post those, but I just want to. In my channel, you don't have to watch it. Just flip it off if you don't see. If you don't see a review, just flip them off. Anyway, flip them off. Ooh. Anyway, so we were walking in just a little tiny path, maybe, I don't know, 7 feet. And then it goes down some steps and then another 4 feet. Maybe it's 6 feet. Maybe it's 5. It's very short. But anyway, we are just getting on the path. And all we heard was this flap, 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 flap. And it was a great blue heron. This flew up right in front of us. It was like, must have been in the garden bed or in the hydrangea, that little shrub there. It flew right in front of us, and then right up across the creek into the tree. And then it flew up. I was like, that's got to mean something. Kind of spooked me. And I'll tell you, but because we had another situation with Penny and I, and her father passed away shortly after, and we kind of both thought it in the beginning. Anyway, that was the great blue heron. We were at the beach at the ocean, and you never see great blue herons at the edge of the ocean, do you? Maybe you guys do. And it was nighttime, and we were all going to take a walk together, and then Penny saw it. She went straight for it, and her dad just veered off, and her mom followed. She kind of looked and then followed, which was really unusual because Penny was saying, look at this, look at this. And then I walked and I went to look at it with her, and then we followed them, but we thought that was unusual. And it was kind of symbolic. So anyway, changes in the air. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it's, hey, listen, I'm happy with change. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's good, though. So anyway, let's move on. I just did the pumpkin roll. That was number 1. Number 2, we're going to try, well, you know what? I'm just so excited about them. I'm going to do this one. It doesn't make any sense. I'm going to do the original featuring peanut butter, M&Ms, and candies. Because, I needed some protein in the morning. Anyway, now that's not the prettiest looking cookie I ever saw. It's our classic cookie studded with peanut butter M&Ms candies and stuffed with creamy peanut butter. Ooh. Now, how can you go wrong with that, you all? Ooh, okay. We're going to use our little Crumbl cookie cutter. You know, every once in a while I bring it out for special occasions. I have not had this, I don't think. Now, other people did and they loved it. Some viewers, and during that Peanut Butter Mystery Week. So we're going to cut it. Beep. Doesn't hard to press down. And then you get 4 little pretty pieces. Ooh, you can't see it in here. Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean? There you go. 4, perfect. Should we make them a little smaller? I gotta watch my figure. My figure. Now, this one, you can do it so there's 8 pieces. So there you go. 8 little pieces. Okay, let's take a bite, right? Let me take a bite from this one so you can see inside. I think I read it wrong. I'm showing you the cookie upside down. Look at that. I read it wrong. It says the classic cookie studded with peanut butter M&Ms. So I thought it was peanut butter M&Ms, but it looks like it's regular M&Ms. Maybe they mean a peanut butter cookie with regular M&Ms. Well, we'll find out. No? Let's find out. Take a bite, right? You all? Oh, you can taste that peanut butter in the middle. This is a warm, kind of gooey cookie inside. A little crunch on the top. You know, Crumbl likes to have it gooey. I always said it was underbaked. But they do that intentionally. Oh, it's just packed. Oh, you all, this is a wonderful cookie. Plenty of M&Ms. I love it. That's a 10, man. Could it be better? I don't think so. Maybe it's a 9.5, but I think it's a 10. It's a little too gooey for me, but it's peanut butter. Let me show you. I didn't really show you, but look at that peanut butter oozing out of the center. That looks like kind of like a bird, doesn't it? I always see stuff from shapes. You know, when I was growing up, we had a wooden door in my bedroom and the grains and stuff, and I would stare at that and see different things at different times, and like the clouds and stuff. I like to look at the different things you see. Anyway, this is nice, you all. This is really nice. You all, it's October 3rd. Time is flying. I'm sorry about that summer vlog. I had that done in early August. I don't know. I thought I erased it. But anyway, I aired it. Whatever. Done is done. But and then I did one at Krispy Kreme early in the morning. I got there so early and it was dark out. And people were spooked by it. So I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to spook anybody. I was just so happy. And I explained to one of the viewers because he was like, dude. And I explained to him that my whole thing, you all, is I'm not going to be serious, period. Sometimes I am. But my whole thing is that inner child or just the part of you that gets excited about food, and you won't show it when you're with your friends. Like, you know, somebody will say, oh, here's a nice chocolate cake. Oh, I know. A friend of mine, she had us over for dinner. And she made it was one of those chocolate explosion cakes or whatever, you know, that melted chocolate comes out. I can't remember what you call it. I was so excited about it. I was like, oh, that's nice. Oh, I'm excited. But inside I was going, whee! So that's what I'm allowing myself to do when I do Crumbl. No need to explain, but I just want to tell you that I wasn't trying to spook anyone. I was just excited to be at Krispy Kreme so early and get them as fresh as I could, because I usually come late in the day. Anyway, let's move on. We did number 2, and that was a good one. Didn't expect that either. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one. Let's do the Carmel Apple. Ooh, you guys, this is a pretty cookie. Now, it kind of got sloshed around. Got a little blue mint on it. Ooh, that was good. I shouldn't say that yet. I'm not at the blue mint one. Oh, it's starting to fall. Okay, I'm going to try to get it to you. Oh, look at how pretty that cookie is, you all. Definitely one for the bossy. Or for your husband or loved ones or grandma, grandpa. They, them, there. Okay, here, let's just see. A warm cinnamon apple cookie topped with caramel cream cheese frosting, chopped Granny Smith apples, a drizzle of real caramel, and a homemade streusel. Oh, this looks good. Ooh, what a way to start the day. Okay, I'm going to try to take a bite, right? Oh, I just got a taste of that mint. It was on the side. Ooh, that's good. I can't wait to do that. Okay, let me take a bite, right? I mean, it's breaking open, so I'm just going to break it open for you. Not a lot to see in there. What is that? I see what they're going for. Oh, here's a bunch of apples that fell. Let me do a piece with the apple in it. Apples. I love apples. As a kid, that was my favorite fruit, is apples. And then as I grew older, they weren't. And guess what? I'm sorry, down here getting an apple that fell on the floor. They're one of my favorites again. I went to, got my hands all a mess of caramel. And for me, the topping is a little too rich for me. It's a little, kind of takes away from the flavor. Let me just taste the cookie itself. The cookie itself, the cookie batter is a little plain. It's got a little hint of that, what do they call it? A little hint of that cinnamon apple. Could be a little stronger. Okay, I'm going to take a bite with this little piece of apple and see if it changes my views. Because right now, my first bite, I would probably give it a 7. Maybe a 6.5 or 7.5. Probably a 7. Let me take another bite. It might change once I get a piece of apple. Now you feel the streusel. When you get, see, a lot of my apples fell off. So check your box. Oh, caramel. Oh, this is just fun city. Ooey gooey scooey. Give this to your boss and see them struggle. That's terrible. But, oh, my poor fingers. Oh, see the streusel over there? Still not hitting the mark for me, but the apple, when you get a taste of the apple, it's that freshness with the gooiness. The cookie's kind of plain. A little too much frosting for me, but I've said that before. But, you know, different strokes, different folks. This might be a 10 for you. Let me take one more bite. Wow. That is an interesting cookie, you all. I'm tasting the caramel on my hand. Handy wipes, clean up my act. Oh, wow. Caramel apple. I love caramel apples. Oh, do you have a Kilwins in your town? Kilwins is from Mackinac Island, but they spread. They're even in the south. We have a Kilwins in Asheville and in Black Mountain. Black Mountain's right next to Asheville. Oh, if you go to Asheville, you got to go to Black Mountain. Smaller town, but it's really sweet. But caramel apple, I used to make them for Halloween for all the children. Well, I would have, every room in my house would be different. I'll tell you all about that later when it comes closer to Halloween. Up, I'm drooling. I think somebody asked me about something and I told them about how I used to do Halloweens. But anyway, very rich. A little, something about it's getting the back of the roof of my mouth. Not lard or Crisco, but kind of tangy. Maybe that's the cinnamon spice. I don't know. Interesting. It's about an 8 for me. It's probably a 10 for some other people. But for me, it's probably an 8. And, you know, you can see my bias. I mean, it's interesting, though. I almost want to give it a 9 because it's so interesting with the apple. When you get that fresh apple with the caramel and the cream cheese frosting and then the cookie, it all balances out. It's like you just bit into an apple strudel. That's a great job. Oh, so interesting. Oh, I love interesting things. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's do a dance break. Do, 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 do. That does not look like dancing. Oh, you all, I know. Well, I don't call myself a dancer. So that was the third one. Caramel apple. We're on the fourth already. Well, wait a minute. Before I do, listen, I'm doing a shout out, and if you guys are, I want to check in with a viewer. Her name's Kimmy and Brian, and they were really sweet and wonderful, and I haven't heard from them, and I'm wondering, they said they're going to send me something for my birthday, and I never got it, but I never got some other things that were supposed to be sent to me, so we might have a problem in our neighborhood. I've just heard about it, but if you didn't, that's fine. I just want to make sure you're all right, because I know that you had fires and all that stuff, and sometimes, you know, we get hurt or we get sick, and so just know I'm thinking of you. It doesn't matter about that. I never care. You know, I don't need any gifts. Your comments plenty, but I just want to check in with you, make sure you're okay. Okay, is there anybody else I want to check in? Southern Snack and Kimmy and Brian. That I wrote down because I did not want to forget those 3 people. you all, we got to do the last one. Okay, I think this was in the winter time. I was surprised to see this in the lineup. Excuse me, you got some pumpkin on here. Look at that baby. Ooh, we're going to talk about that. It's going to be the last one, number 4. It's the Aggie Blue Mint. I don't know what Aggie means. A-G-G-I-E. Aggie? I should have looked it up. Anyway, so we're going to do this one next. But before we do, I got to tell you all. So we had a road truck, which is like a camping van, and we just sold it because it was getting expensive, and Penny didn't know how to fix it because it was hers, how to get people to fix it. We enjoyed it. We had a great time in it, but it was getting a little more stressful for her to drive, and she always wanted to drive because she wanted me to hold our little doggy. And so she sold it to somebody that we really felt good about. And so Penny said, well, let's get out our tents. And we stopped tent camping because I had really trauma in my hips again and my back, my lower back, and I couldn't walk for like 3 years. So we stopped tent camping. And anyway, so we got out our old tents from 15 years, 20 years ago. Oh, they were sticky and yicky, and the bottoms just got wet because we put them up. So we got new tents. So last night, Penny, Daisy, and I, we got in the new tent, and we were in our little side yard, a little tiny yard, in our tent. We were going to sleep. We were just going to do a trial run to see how Daisy would do in the tent. She loved it. She snuffled around. She loved that tent because we went in the middle of the day with her, and then at night we did. So we were sleeping, and I don't know if it was midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning. Maybe it was 1 o'clock in the morning. It was late. No, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. All of a sudden, I was sound asleep. We all were sound asleep. And all of a sudden, we hear the coyotes. They were so loud. They were so close. We both shot up. And I was like, did you hear what I heard? She said, yes. I said, and they were so close. And we get quite a few coyotes. I've seen them. And the dogs next door, I'm going to put this cookie down. The dogs next door were just like freaking out. I mean, they were barking and we just all of a sudden, hair up on end. We're like, we got it. And Penny goes, we got to get out of here. So I picked up my little Daisy and we just ran inside and called it a night at 1 in the morning. Now, I never give up on camping. I've never left early, but this was a situation where, who knows, if Daisy had to go do her little diddly-do or whatever, we don't want any coyotes getting our little Daisy. And, don't laugh because that happens. We've had some little dogs attacked and eaten by coyotes, and same with cats. So, and Daisy's not that big of a dog. So, anyway, but we got inside. We were safe and sound. We went back to bed, and Penny did some cleaning up, bless her heart, and took a bath and all that, and she went to bed late. So, they're sleeping in. Anyway, okay, but wasn't that wild? You never know what's going to happen in life. That's what I like about life. You never know. Okay, last one. Number 4 is Aggie Blue Mint. You kind of saw it, but I'm going to do it right now again. Oh, it got a little messed up. Let me take that little crumb off. Do it a little justice for our little camera, Anna. Okay. There you go. Look at that pretty cookie. A universally loved cookies and cream cookie covered with delectable minty blue buttercream. Delectable minty blue buttercream. Delectable blue minty buttercream. It's hard to say that fast. Well, let's take a bite, right? I don't know if I've tasted this before. I don't think so, but I may have. When I tasted the icing by mistake, I thought, have I had this before? Anyway, let's take a bite, right? This goes nice with my outfit. Well, you can't see the blue in it. You got to see the blue right there. Okay. This is so fun. I don't think I've had this before. Wow! I'm taking another bite. Oh, it's so good. I was going to break it in half, but it is a hard, thick cookie. Look in there. Chocolate chips, the minty icing is number 1. 5 stars. 5 stars. I got to give this 11 or 12. And see that? Oh, this guy's looking at me. He might pull me aside. He's coming by. He might talk to me. Okay, let me finish this vlog. And so, it's definitely 11 or 12. Thumbs up. All the cookies, thumbs up. Carmel Apple, thumbs up. Pumpkin Roll, thumbs up. Aggie Blue Mint, thumbs up. And original featuring peanut peanut butter. Great lineup this week, you all. Nice variety. I think the topic wasn't the best one, but that's okay. We don't care about that. My nose is itching again. That means good times are ahead. You all just enjoy this week. So, feel free to tell me what your favorite cookie is and maybe your favorite fall memory. One of my favorite fall memories was I went to visit a friend of mine up in Maine. And, whoops, that was the lid. And I went to visit her up in Maine. And we went for a walk in her neighborhood, and we went to the corner store, we got a pumpkin, and we walked it back, and all the leaves were on the sidewalks, and the air was fresh and cool, and I was with such a good bestie friend, and it was just I hold that memory in me all the time. Anyway, but you may have a favorite fall memory. Feel free to share it in the comments. Doesn't cost you anything. It's just fun to get to know each other. And maybe your favorite cookie that you're looking forward to or you've already had. Okay, you ready? And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Crumbl Cookies. Crumbl Cookies, warm and delicious, soft and sweet. Crumbl Cookies, Crumbl Cookies, oh what a treat, it can't be beat. I'm singing, oh what a treat, it can't be beat. Ba-dum-bum. Have a good week, you all. Take good care of yourselves, and until the next time, bye-bye.